Hey YouTube, long time no see. It has been a super long time since I have done any update videos on the old caddy. Now, if you must know, sorry, I've had a busy couple of months. I've been trying to get a job. I've been trying to work on volunteering, and the volunteering thing did not work out, so now it's time to get a real job. Sorry about all the noise with the crows. It's fall and there's leaves everywhere. It's warm, it's windy. Those crows won't shut the hell up. Anyways, things have really changed. We still have my sister's wrecked car that I wrecked last October, and we have this PT Cruiser that we recently got trying to fix for a client. And if the client doesn't get a chance to want to buy this or whatever, then I guess I'm probably going to get it to drive to work every day if the caddy is not ready by then. Stupid crows. Anyways, what's going on right now is I've done some adjustments on the caddy so far that have been minor, but, pretty effective. Here, I'll show you. My most recent piece of work would be my taillight. Now, the wiring inside the taillight, which is easy to unplug and disassemble, I've had to replace the bulb. At first, I thought it was the wiring, because every time I fired up the engine and turned on the lights in the right turn signal, it wouldn't blink. You'd have to, tap the lens to get it to blink. And it turns out, I thought it was the wiring, but when I unplugged it and I checked the bulb, it was the bulb itself. The bulb had a loose connection in the base connected to the bulb. Not the filament, but the base. So I had to replace it, and luckily my stepdad's truck, the GMC that we got over there, had a spare bulb in it that would fit a GM vehicle, so this is perfect. Now the turn signal here is working fine, and I managed to find a way to get this thing to fit not so loosely. As you can see, right down here, I have a little bit of a screw, and this is like a temporary fix because this lens is cracked and broken on both ends, but with the holes that hold in place. So I got this little screw with this tiny nut holding this entire bezel in place. This whole frame thingy, it's loose up top, but it's a lot snug and tighter than it was before, and it fits a whole lot better. I've done some adjustments. As far as the exhaust goes, this exhaust pipe is still rusty and has a few scratches on it for driving in low driveways, but I can replace that somehow. I got to get a new muffler and possibly a new exhaust pipe. That's going to cost a bundle. The new body fillers are holding up nice. Solid fiberglass. I still possibly have to repaint them, but I have to take off this pinstriping in order to do it. I mean, it should peel right off. I'm the one who installed the pinstriping. I probably just got to repaint it, touch it up. I have to tape up here and here, not get paint everywhere else, and spray paint the stuff with that canned Duplicolor stuff. So far, so good. The car's doing okay. I got my light on. I didn't even notice. As you can see, the window sweeps on the passenger side. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. There's mosquitoes everywhere. Not the passenger side, but the right back door. Let me adjust the brightness on this damn thing. Right here, you can see it's peeled off. See that? And now there's leaves trying to get in. And now it's starting to peel off here. You see this big fat crack? See that? How it's loosening up? I have to replace these window sweeps soon. And to get a new set of these online for a Cadillac Brougham of this year, it's like $100-some for an entire set. And I don't have that type of money. I mean, I don't exactly have money falling out of my ass. If I did, this car would have been restored to pristine, perfect condition long before now. It would have been roadworthy. But no, I'm broke, unemployed. And, well, I still got a lot of work to do on this caddy. And I just washed it and waxed it, and look, it's already filthy again. It's been 2 days since I washed it last, and it's already filthy again. No room in the garage for it, because we're full. As you can see, my stepdad has a hoarding problem. He was raised in Louisiana. Can you blame him? Well, not to go off subject here, but take a look at our backyard. Does this look like a suitable place? No, not anymore, it doesn't. Look at all this scrapment. Look at all this garbage and junk piled up. I'm so embarrassed. I can't put this Cadillac anywhere safe. All I can use is cheap car covers. And it still gets all filthy and ruined by Mother Nature. Look at all this filth. Well, all things aside, the car is doing okay for the most part. I still have a lot of work to do. Now let's talk about glitches. As far as glitches go, wiring is a really big issue with this caddy right now, so let's get in here, get the mosquitoes out. There we go. The first thing that we have to talk about is the glitches that it has already. Put this key in here and I'll show you. As you can see, the lever ride thing is not supposed to come on like that until like maybe a few seconds after startup, like maybe 10 seconds after startup, 10 to 20. Look at this. It turns on and it won't even shut off. It's supposed to be on for at least maybe 10 seconds and then it shuts off again. But due to a wiring glitch, or a glitch in the wiring per se, it just doesn't want to, I don't know, turn off. It's so stupid. It just sits, and the air compressor under the hood that powers the air suspension, that levels it out, doesn't turn off. It just keeps on going and vibrating until you have to shut it off yourself, as in unplug it. And I had to unplug it, otherwise something bad would happen. And, but so far so good with the turn signals. They work. A little slow because the battery's low on juice. See? Okay, let me turn this off. And I'll explain the fuel gauge in a second. Let me show you what's going on right now. I got a car, this Realtor company windshield cover I got for free at Walmart, covering my windshield. It's that's all different. But here we go. It's like supposed to prevent the crack from getting worse, but I don't know. It's crap, but it's all I got. Okay, now right here we have my radio and my climate control system. As you can see, this is a little loose. The radio, due to the glitch, the radio does not work. All I get is a little bit of static, like when I open the door, but, you know, the display doesn't work, nothing works. There's something wrong with it. Due to a glitch in the wiring hidden somewhere inside the system, now the radio doesn't work. The climate control system did work again for a while. I did get air conditioning for a while, it worked, and then after a while, like a short while, it crapped out on me again. But so far, yeah, nothing's working. The cigarette lighter under the dash is not working, this is not working, the radio's not working. And I get the glove box light isn't working. And then, of course, we have my fuel gauge. And let me explain. Watch when I turn on the ignition. For some really weird reason, the fuel gauge goes all the way to full, but I do not have a full tank of gas. I've got, like, maybe fumes left in the tank. I know that I'm extremely low on gas, and this thing is telling me otherwise. Why the hell is this doing this? It's because of the glitch. It has to do... Whatever the glitch is doing, it has to do with, well, technically it's affecting the fuel gauge, the lever ride compressor system for the air suspension, the climate control, and the radio, and the glove box light, and the cigarette lighter under the thing right here. That's pretty much what it's affecting right now. Oh, and the door alarm, too. And what do you mean by door alarm? Well, it's that long beeping noise that the dashboard makes when the door is ajar. That's pretty much the noise. And, of course, the beeping sound effect that the it's supposed to make that beep, beep, beep when the headlights are left on. You know, that's supposed to let you know that's not working either. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got at least 8 glitches, all caused by one major, wiring issue, or short in the wiring. That's pretty much what's causing it. All those 8 glitches need to be fixed. But so far, I mean, the windows work, the door locks work, horn works. I think I have to charge the battery again. Cigarette lighters in the door are working, more or less. The interior lights are working. Headlights are working. Parking lights are working. That's a good sign. Brakes, transmission, you know, the throttle, gas, everything works there. Electric windows are working okay. The rear windshield defroster and mirror defrosters are working. You know, they are heated after all. The, uh-oh. Make that glitch number 9, because look what's going on here. I think this vanity light is... Oh, you gotta tap it to get it working. Yeah. Okay, this is like a slight... I think this may not have anything to do with, Give me a second here. Let me turn off this light. This might not have anything to do with the, what do you call it? With the wiring glitching. This is probably just a bad bulb, or maybe just a little adjustment. Look at that, huh? they work still. So that's like not the big issue. Sorry about that. Okay. Maybe the horn does work. Who knows? Mirror switch works. Or switches, rather, but they're kind of stuck. But they work. So far, so good, I guess. This steering wheel thing here, this loose column, still got to work on this. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that fixed. But so far, a few things are working, and I'm still not giving up hope on this car. Let me show you under the hood. I'd run the engine, but I don't know if that's possible because I'm completely out of gas. But I want to let you know that it started up perfect for me a couple of days ago, so everything's fine. Where'd that bug go? Oh, never mind. What I've got under the hood is a little bit, well, it's complicated when it comes to wiring. Hold on just for 1 second here. Give me a second. Jesus. You know what? Forget it. Just going to hold it while I do this. Put back over. Here we go. Okay, as everything goes in the engine bay, everything is, I guess, connected or in place. Now here's what I think I need to replace on the engine. I think I need to change the air filter, the freezer plugs. I think I may need to adjust the carburetor. I know I got to get this blower motor fixed. And there is one part in particular I got to order from eBay for $200. It is called the Climate Control System Power Module. It's the thing that used to sit here. It's got 3 different ways to plug in. It's got a ground over there, main plug that goes into it here, and this plug that goes into it there. It's what makes the climate control system work and quite possibly makes the blower motor work. That's a little bit of an issue, and I'm going to have to get that fixed very soon. Over here, this empty plug that you see here is part of my radio antenna. If I were to plug it in, just listen. Hear that noise? That's the radio antenna trying to work, but unfortunately it won't go up and down by itself anymore. You got to do it by hand. I have to keep this unplugged, otherwise it just keeps going and going, making that noise by itself. And this radio antenna has been... Ooh, ow, shit. Let me wipe this off real quick. It's a little wet. It's just not fit anymore, and I have to get another one. Getting a new one with a motor shouldn't be too hard. I saw an inexpensive one for my car online that I saved, possibly on my phone. So that's like not going to be too much of a deal for me. So in the meantime, this thing has to go up and down by hand. I'm sure in my older YouTube videos I must have explained this about my caddy. We'll just leave it like this for now. I'm thinking of getting a new radiator. See all this green gunk? Now, I mean, flushing this radiator clean after taking it out might work, but I think a newer one might be a better bet because, you know, this car's been sitting for a while. I'm going to need some new hoses, some new belts, possibly a new pulley system. Look at the rust. Look at all these little cracks in the belts. Look at all this. Is this acceptable? No, it's not, and I'll tell you why. After a while, you know, these cracked belts are going to snap. Right off the pulleys, and it's going to cause a tangle, and it's going to cause some damage. I need a new battery. This battery has been worn down. It has to be charged regularly because when my ignition coil, which is underneath this thing on the distributor, broke, I kept cranking and cranking the engine, but unfortunately all that cranking wore down the battery, so now I got to get a new battery. There's like a pro and con to this. Pro, buying a new battery means that when you give this battery to Walmart, they'll give you $12 in cash for this old battery. The con, I don't have any money for a brand new battery. Batteries there are $80 to $100 depending on the size and what vehicle that it goes to and the brand name. Ever start my ass, this thing is just ugh. This air compressor pump right here is what powers the level ride and fills the air suspension system. This car, yes, despite being a base model Cadillac Brougham, it has air suspension, which is really nice. But every so often you got to change the rubber bladders in the air suspension that make it go up and down, you know, which gives it that smooth ride. As far as everything goes right now in this car, there's a lot of adjustments that I have to make. I mean, look at these hoses, how cracked they all are. I gotta replace all of them, you know? It's getting to a point where they're gonna disintegrate, fluid's gonna leak out, and it's gonna look really bad. So, you know, this car's been sitting for pretty much 4 years. Well, 3.5 actually. So, oh no, is my brake fluid thing open? Oh, Jesus. I am so sorry. Let me open this thing. Let me see how much brake fluid I got. I think I should be okay. Yeah, I should be okay. In case something does go wrong, I can just top it off with some .3 brake fluid or something. Thing is, I want to be careful with this car. This car is an antique, okay? It is officially an antique. It is almost 30 years old. It's getting to that age where it's like, oh, well, you know, it's pretty much should be classified as an antique vehicle now, so you got to be careful with it. And that is true. At some point, if I never do get this car fixed electrically, it's going to have to be antiqued. As in, get antique plates for it and classify it as an antique vehicle. So there is really... Oh no, look at this. This thing's giving me problems again. Okay, I think I got it down now. Sorry about that. This car... Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if this car is being so difficult with you, why don't you sell it, Aaron? Well, I can't sell it because I love this car too much to sell it. And it's not so bad. It works, right? Nothing's really leaking out or anything. It's not like breaking down or overheating or anything because it's just been sitting. But what I want to do is get this car working to pristine working order. I'm not just going to get rid of this thing. I can't just sell my ride. I've always wanted a Cadillac since I was a kid. Now that I've finally gotten one, it's my responsibility and my job to keep this thing in good condition, you know, good operating condition. Another thing I have to fix on this car is the starter. Now, on occasion, the starter tends to not work, as in it needs to, you have to, like, wait a couple of seconds before cranking the ignition again to start the car. But sometimes the starter motor goes, like, it'll like, not catch on the first couple of tries. You gotta wait, and then you gotta try again until it catches on and starts the car. And being that it's carbureted, it makes it a little bit harder to get going, you know. If this car was fuel injected, it would start up no problem. But then again, but I don't have nothing against having a carbureted engine. It's fine. I mean, carbureted cars are easier to work on from what I hear from a lot of experienced mechanics. In fact, most mechanics I know who like these old cars prefer carbureted over fuel injected, so I'm not really complaining. I'm thankful to have this car to be carbureted. Alright, I don't care what somebody says. You can't just walk up to me and say, 2 words, bro, fuel injection. And you know what, I'd just still be like, you know what, fuck you, man. I love my car. I'm happy that it's carbureted. So what? I don't want to devalue my car and just put some fancy new fuel-injected engine in it. I want to keep this car in good shape, and I want to keep it as original as possible. I'm not going to devalue this car. So that's how it works. Washer fluid. I got orange washer fluid and a little bit of water mixed in. It still works, but the wipers work when they want to, and the wiper fluid sprays when it wants to. It's kind of complicated. But I'm sure if I get that short in the wiring somewhere fixed that is affecting all the other 8 things I listed, then maybe the wipers will work a lot better too. You better make that 9, because this hood light should be on right now, and due to that one big short I mentioned, it's not working. So that makes it maybe 9, 10 if you count the wiper switch. So we'll see. Ooh, man, this thing's hard. Alright. Let's get back in the car, and I'll explain a couple more things here. Oh, man. Now, it smells kind of musty in here a little bit, and, well, it used to smell pleasant when I would drive it when the AC was running, but I think I may have to replace the carpet. Now, this carpet may look nice by some standards, but if you look at it up close, there's just something not right about it. Like these mats, they have like a dry, sticky feel to them, you know, they don't feel right. I used carpet foam and a upholstery cleaner on them, and they're still dry and sticky. I mean, I think I may need to replace it soon with a carpet of the same color, only newer. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard, right? I just got to save up some money for that. It's only a matter of how much it would cost. Other updates include I put in a new wiper switch. I'm sure I mentioned that in my other YouTube videos of this car. Right here, the switch is a replacement. It works. It works really nice, actually. The other one was not soldered back together right by my stepdad, and I tried doing it too, and it broke. So this new one is a lot nicer, and it works better. But still, the wipers, they work when they want to. As for my headliner, it's still sagging, and this, I mean, just look at this. This is unacceptable. These thumbtacks are the only thing holding it in place, and it has to be replaced. Look at that. You can see the foam powder disintegrating. It's like coming out right there. That's not right. Look at that. It's all wrinkly and poorly put back in. So that's like another issue that I have to work with. Let's see here. So far, I've really got a lot of... I mean, I just got my work cut out for me. If you want my honest opinion, I'd give my left testicle to have this car working properly again, but I don't really have enough money. In fact, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to, like, sell one of my kidneys or something to get, like, 5,000 G's or 10,000 G's just to fix this puppy? I don't know. You tell me. Because at this point, I will do almost anything to get this car perfect again. I mean, do I have to rob a bank? Do I have to do anything crazy like that? Well, no, not really, but I really don't know what else it's going to take to get this car perfect. I don't have a job, but I'm trying to get one. Man, I'm sweaty. Now, back seat's doing okay. I still got some dashboard panels lying about. It's still pretty clean, but the seats still have some stains in the upholstery. I'm going to have to scrub this car out. I mean, as soon as this car is ready for the road, there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to be doing to it. I'm going to run it through the car wash. I'm going to clean it like I've never cleaned it before. But so far, the way it sits, I just hope it lasts long. I mean, right now it's October. Things are going kind of, kind of rough for me. I've got a lot of family issues. My grandpa's not doing so hot. And he's the only grandpa I got left. Hopefully soon this Cadillac will start, she'll get fixed. And, I still got like $150 to save up before I can get the power module. I've only got $50 in my savings right now, and that's a start. But, fret not, my friends, this car will rule the road again. I still got a lot of work to do, and I guess I've got all the time in the world to do it. It's a matter of time, as in, or technically, sorry, I'm at a loss for words here. It's a matter of when it's going to happen. Like, when am I going to get back to work on this? I mean, my stepdad's the only guy who can help me fix this for free. I mean, he is good with wires. One more update to mention is this body filler right here below the license plate. You see it's disintegrating and barely hanging on. This thing is next to be replaced. Not just the power module, but this, the reverse light. I still got some work to do. This is unacceptable right now as it sits, so one of the things I hate about fall is what these leaves do to my car. But I still got some work to do. I gotta find a bumper filler to fill this area too. Gas cap is holding out okay, license plate is holding out okay, this part of the filler is holding out. So there's no complaints. Just the bottom part of the filler is just ready to go. But overall, this car's gonna run again. It'll rule the road, it'll be free again. Just give me some more time, alright? I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload the next video. Maybe the next YouTube video I upload will be me and my stepdad working on it. You guys just take it easy, and I'll catch you later, alright? Alright, rock out, folks.